Greetings, everybody. Well, it's that wonderful time of year when we get to do a flip of last year's fun and games. So I have a couple of books that are going to figure into here, and I'll get the other one out as I need to. But this was my art everyday journal, I call it, with my main inspiration. My main inspiration being Art Joy of Sharing and Peg Robinson. So I just stuck some things in here. There's nothing much on these, but I made a couple of pockets. And I have the author of this nice little piece of art right here called Eclipsed. Just some coins I made. This is a piece of a Kleenex box, tissue box. Just thought it was pretty, so I made a card out of it. I could put a blank side and use that for journaling, but I did never do that. Right. So this was found poetry. Go into the dark to see the light only visible from the shadow. Seek it. Go wherever it takes you. Hurry. Like that. So my inspiration was to do art every day, which of course I did not do. But that's my inspiration, art every day. Use pencils, pens, ink tints, gouache, and gel plate. That was the plan at the outset of the year. Another part of the plan, this was an inspiration by Shel C. some years ago when she was doing full moon art every month. So my goal was to do full moon art every month. My goal for the new year is to do full moon art every month. We'll see how long that takes me. Anyway, twas the night before January 6th, and in white on ivory, you can see barely that it says, "'Twas the night before January 6th, and all in the house voted and voted and voted again." That's what that was. Long time to get to that. Full moon, new Congress, new possibilities. Oh, consider the possibilities. Okay. We're about to come up to that time again, aren't we? This is one of my favorite quotes, just a general thinking of art. This is a Clarissa Pinkola Estes quote. "The doors to the world of the wild self are few but precious. If you have a deep scar, that's a door. If you have an old story, that's a door. If you love the sky and water so much you almost cannot bear it, that is a door. If you yearn for a deeper life, a full life, a sane life, that is a door." Clarissa Pinkola Estes. And one of the things I notice, I look at the little details when I'm going through here. So what I found here was a scrap where I had written a song that I love singing, and I'm going to have to make a whole separate page about this at some point. Sing upon joy. Sing upon joy, sing upon grief. Sing upon the light of a new budding leaf. What is broke can be mended. What is hurt can be healed. You can't see that on here, but I know that's what it says. What is broke can be mended. What is hurt can be healed. What is lost can be found, hidden, revealed. Love it. Great song. This was another one of my plans, goals, wishes to celebrate the 8 high holidays in the Celtic tradition are the equinoxes and solstices, and then the cross-quarter days in between, which is basically February 1st, May 1st, August 1st, and November 1st. So I work with a book called The Essene Book of Days, and it's got meditations in it, which I love. And the meditations switch every 6 weeks at the new holiday. And so I just want to celebrate that. So this is just, I made the quote into a pocket. Nothing special on the back except that it was a jelly print, some process or another. So this is about Imbolc, the holiday of February 1st. What if we live a miracle every single day and we don't have to earn it? Uncover what is enough. Darkness and silence can hold both the sparks of our dreams and the embers of our hopes. We are our own seeds of promise. And this is the meditation from the Essene Book of Days. This is so true for me. There is a sacredness which infuses my life, as I realize that my own growth is my work. I am the canvas, I am the artist, I am the paint. I ask that the artist be ever guided by the artist, with a capital A, and that as I grow, I come to know the perfection of the unfinished masterpiece that is life. So that's my blessing for Imbolc, February 1st. Here's the February full moon. And you know, all the full moons have names, but I renamed this moon. I forget what its real name is. I declare February's full moon to be the frog moon. So, first thing every day, eat your frog or tackle something you've been putting off. Somebody gave me this stamp and I just thought he was so darling. So, let's have a whole special Eat Your Frog moon. These are all jelly prints, of course. Just random jelly prints. Put together in new, wonderful ways. This is one of Barb Owen's face stamps. This was where I discovered this grid journaling. Oh my God, I took off with grid journaling. So this was following Kelly Wynn at Color Crush Creative, and she had a little class, a grid journal mini class. And I'm very glad that I put the steps of everything on here. So the steps are these: mark with a black watercolor pencil. So the black in the background is a watercolor pencil, you know, like an all pencil or a woody or something. And then the next layer was ink tints and metallic watercolor. So these are ink tints. These are ink tints, but also in here you can see the metallic watercolor right there. This is the metallic watercolor. And this is a combination of the metallic watercolor with ink tints. Colored jelly bits, that would be these guys, this and this. Jelly bits. Jelly bits, I like that title. Then a stencil or a stamp. So what were my stencils? These are a set of several Japanese symbols. This one supposedly means peace. This one, you can't see it really well against the background, but it means eternity, and this one means love. And then doodles on top. And that was my first grid. This is number 3, so we're going to get out number 2. I wanted to see what it was like on black. And boy, isn't that fun. I really love that one on black. Now, I didn't put down my, well, I can tell that I would have started with white, either white paint or white crayon underneath there. And then I probably came on with paint couple of colors of paint. And this was practicing with a limited palette. This was not just all over the place. Actually, this first one was limited palette too. I just wanted a limited palette. So that's that one. It's got the bright yellow, green, and the orange, and a little bit of turquoise pink. So this one has the limited palette with the brown and the blue. Gold around the boxes, white. Okay, that was in April. This was April 17th. That was April 20th. And then we get to another one. We get to number 3. And this took on different things. It took on dimensions. It took on texture paint that's shiny. It started out with a woody, with a water brush. So some of the dark black background is a black woody, and some of it is the brown woody. Simple limited color palette again with the turquoise. So my color was Inktober 1215 was the color. I love grid journaling. I was just watching another grid journaling piece last night. And I'm going to do some more of that because she put a focal point. Here I did a little bit different thing. Rather than doing, 2 across each side, I did 1 across, and I turned some of my jelly prints into landscapes. Did a little. I didn't ever do any more doodling on this, so this was just the landscape that was the jelly patterns that were in here. And I kept meaning I'd come back, and I call it a work in progress, grid 05 work in progress. But I never wanted to do anything more to it. I did go out beyond this to even bigger page. Somebody else was doing this one. Do I say who? This is my 06. I really like this one the best. I think Michelle at Creative Cove was doing it like this, and Janet M. Young did a bunch like this. So some of them I don't like that much, like this one, but then you do one more thing to it and you can tolerate it. You know what I mean? These are, I did these kind of all at the same time, but they're way different. Let's see if I have any more in here. Oh yeah, did some more. This was in September. Just doing some more. Some of this has metallic-y paint on it. These are pieces of stamped off images. These are my carved December one year. I carved that quarter. And this is just a quarter also. It's been a couple of years. And this is a piece of fabric on top of here. That's it for there. That's it for that. So I want to get back and do some more grids because grids are fun. Then we came to summer solstice. I did one of my pages for summer solstice to honor the summer solstice and call in the blessings to the angel of wisdom. And this blessing reads, in this time of outward activity, of creation on the physical plane, I ask to remember that the wheel is ever turning, and I am propelled toward my inner nature, even as I celebrate my outer nature. For in the fullness of light rest the seeds of night, and in darkness the seeds of day. Dane and Perry. This is the Essene Book of Days. So how these meditations work is that you have a whole new set of meditations every high holiday. So summer solstice started out a whole new set. So this meditation is for Thursdays after summer solstice. So the 6 Thursdays after summer solstice, you read this meditation goes with that day. And that's that time of year, this quality of time, of what's happening, time of outward activity, creation on the physical plane. So that's what I like about these meditations. They go around the year and they help me celebrate the year. This was another grid play. It was watching Michelle at the Creative Cove again. Obviously I didn't finish that one. But in this one, she clipped little squares, paint swatches. A lot of people I've been watching online are doing either the, what do you call them, the Pantone cards. They're painting on the Pantone cards. Or they're using that color box. It has, you pull out, you've got 2 big, huge color boxes containing cards with different color selections on them. Well, you can do the same thing as those if you take out any advertisement. If you look at any advertisement in any magazine, that's what this, and this are. And take little clips. You know, if there's an advertisement whose colors you like for whatever reason, or whose colors you don't like for whatever reason. So then these little squares in here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares in here from my sample. And then you try to match those colors and work with those colors. So this had the dark gray and the medium grays and the kind of warm brown, almost to pink. And then you play with that, and you play with that color group. And one thing that was fun about this was just really relatively easy. I'm not a color specialist at all, but my ability to match the colors startled and surprised me, pleased me. My art always pleases me. Anyway, this is with Graphitint. Lots of fun. Lots of fun. All right, that was my first signature. You know, these are the Dylusions books from Diane Reevely, and I take them apart, make a bigger spine. I cut the signature apart, and I re-sew it in 3 signatures. Because I like them to lie flat, and this will eternally lie flat. Anywhere you are in the book, it will lie flat. Flat, flat. Okay. So this, I just jelly printed between the pages. I didn't do any other art on that page, but that's okay. That looks pretty. I like that. This was August. Teltane, I think it's called. So this is my yard. And I think of the Tagore line. These great trees are prayers. The late summer days fill me with warmth, and I am content. My life flows as a river rushing to the sea, wherein all become one. As I go, I share the waters of my life, as the laden trees share their fruits with all. And as the river does not wish to be a mountain, So too I am content with me, for in the river is mirrored the essence of all. And I did some journal writing. This was a print. This whole thing was a print of a picture I took that day, on day 1. And I wrote, practically every day I suit up Daphne, our cat, in her harness and leash and take her outside for an hour or so. I call it my cat meditation. We sit or lie down in a shady spot and sniff the air and see what we see. My eyes lift above the line of lilacs to the line of redwoods at the end of the yard, and I am grateful. My 80th birthday is next Monday. So that just, doesn't that capture that moment? These frames, this is from a Brayer roll-off sheet. So never throw anything away. Look at how pretty that is. This is not a Brayer sheet, but this is a jelly print that you wouldn't have wanted to use for anything, except how perfect it is there as a frame. So